Okay guys, part two of my individual track link videos. Step two is actually putting the tracks together. And so you can buy jigs, obviously. You can make a jig if you want to. I've kind of made a jig here, but what I do is I put a piece of blue tape down, flip it over so it sticks to the workbench. And then I'll just take a straight edge, and this has got a little bit of a thickness to it to kind of line the tracks up, just to make sure that I'm not canted one way or the other. Then I take my individual track links and I just come in here and put them right in place, push it down with a pair of tweezers. And it does not take you long to do this, trust me. I have just spent about 2 minutes putting this length together. And I'm just showing you the last few here, how easy it can go together. So don't be intimidated by the number of pieces in here, because it is not that bad. Before you know it, you've got a length that's done like this. I think it looks great. And all you need to do is take a micro applicator with some liquid cement and just touch it, let it run in there. Don't worry about getting it all over the paint job and the pigment job that you've just done, because we've got one more step to do in finishing these tracks, and that's going to be step 3. Is that after we've kind of set them to the model, and if this is the upper length, you want to make sure it drapes over the return rollers and the idler and the main running gear. But just put a little drop of cement in there, let it run into the joint, and if it's up a little bit, you can see that, and just come back in with your tweezers and just kind of push that down so that everything's kind of flush in there. And don't worry about having paint or pigment on there. Your liquid cement, the welder, is going to eat through that, and it's going to bond these pieces together. So what we're going to want to do is let that set for a few minutes, and hopefully you have got your tank assembled somewhat. And once these start to set up, we'll take it over to the model. Let's see if we can pull these off here. There we go. And it's still kind of flexible, so we'll go ahead and set it on the tank, and you can drape it to get your sag that you would expect to have as it sits on there. And if you're, this is a little bit short, so bear with me, but if you're going to wrap it around the sprocket, you can line it up with the teeth, make sure that it fits in there. Again, just push it down and leave it. Let it sit here until it is completely cured and it's hard, and then you can lift it off. And I would do a top run, and then I would do a bottom run, and then when they're done and when they're fully cured, then I'll come back in with the third technique, which is going to add a little bit of wear with some polished metal on the horns and on the outside of the track, and we'll do a wash to kind of darken up the recesses, and maybe one more light rust wash or mud wash or dirt wash or something like that, just to kind of blend everything together and make it look like it's in its element. So there you go. Very quick, very simple way to do individual link tracks. Don't be intimidated by them. Just because there's 200 pieces doesn't mean that it's going to take you forever to get this done. They really do very quick work putting them together, I think. And hopefully you'll be able to find this technique useful and be able to put it together and start doing individual links for your next armored model. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to post. Take care.